Aloha, Exiles! My name is Mark, and I am the Casual Exile. Welcome to another episode. Today, we are going to be going into the Grelwood. We have just completed Clearfell, and our character is currently sitting at level 4. So I have a beautiful level 4 witch, the Casual Witch, just in case you want to say hello to me in-game. But we are about to go into Grelwood and explore and see what secrets that Una had told us about in the last over in Clearfell encampment. So let's jump right in. So looks like we have to search the Grelwood. And I will tell you right up front, there are supposed to be a couple of hints in this area that tell you which direction to go. Now, I don't know what they look like, and hopefully we can discover them together. As you might have remember from our previous videos, I'm a bit of a completionist. I like to explore the entire area and kill pretty much everything in a map. Just what I do. You're gonna notice one thing in this map. The monsters they get a tiny bit faster. So this is where your bobbing and weaving is gonna come in very, very handy. These wolves start to go a little bit faster, and they try to take you out a little bit more. Oh, look, I leveled up. I am now level number 5. So I'm going to keep going up the damage tree, another 8% damage. Now, if you remember from last video we got a pretty nifty feathered robe. It was a rare from the Devourer, but I was unable to equip it because at the time I wasn't level 5. But guess what level I just hit? So we're going to go back to town just to get this robe. I'm going to go into my stash. And remember, I popped it in my dump tab. And there it is. Oh, she's a beautiful... Oh, what a beautiful robe. Okay. I'm going to pop that right in there. There you go. Thank you. All right. And, hey, you know what? While we're here, we're going to sell this white thing.
But I think it's charming.
And then we're going to disenchant these 2 items, get a couple shards. There we go. And back to the Grelwood. All right. Continuing, the way that I like to do maps.
About these roots, but where is the source?
Ooh, I don't know what that is. All right, this is new. I've never seen this. This is like a magical root. The way that I like to do my maps, sorry I was interrupted, is I like to do like the perimeter of the maps and then I come through to the middle. That's just how I do it. If you're more of a, row by row by row by row by row by row, right? Cool. Do it whatever way you want. If you just want to try to get to the end of a map and get on because you want to just plow through the campaign, you're welcome to do that too. Yeah, it doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm going to take you through full content. Oops, wrong button. And try not to get killed along the way. Little werewolf-looking things come out and try to bite me.
Death and decay.
Ooh, there's a checkpoint. Oh. All right. Oh, this looks interesting. Shall we?
What a beautiful monstrosity.
Welcome to the Brambleghast! So the Brambleghast, as you can see, he spits out those lovely roots. And then he spits out those things that... Those are pretty bad. You definitely want to dodge those. A couple of extra roots here. Roots and roots and roots and roots. So these things, avoid them like the plague. Just run away from them. dodge them because eventually they blow up and they do nasty things to you. So lots of dodges here. Again, going in circles. Circles are good. Circles are good. Circle the enemy, and eventually he or she or it will die. And I got another skill gem level 2, and with that, I am going to upgrade my Unearth to level 2. Let's continue along our merry way. Again, just scanning the periphery. Oh, these guys are new fungal zombies. Did that. So you notice how I kind of go in and then I either will roll directly, 180 degrees back out, right? So kind of almost feint them in, and then roll back out in order to get them close. Just a tactic. You'll get used to the way that you play your character, and whatever feels comfortable for you. And more and more of these, but if you look, see how they're dropping, look, little poison clouds there. I don't know if you noticed that. They dropped a little poison cloud, so if I stepped in the poison cloud, oh, what is this? Looks like we got a little witch hut. Let's check it out. And
a sister in the Grelwood. Curious.
All right.
And decay.
She's a rare mob. And you can see how she's got an elemental resistance aura and she's armored. So there can be multiples of these types of, lots of different things that can pop up. You can have, cold resistant or heat resistant or sorts of things on a rare monster. Let's pick up all this stuff. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you because I got a couple new orbs that I want to show you in here. So the first one that I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you the Orb of Augmentation, and that augments a magic item with a new random modifier. Now, as you remember from some of my previous videos, a magic item can have one suffix and one prefix, right? And then a rare item has 3 suffixes, up to 3 suffixes, and up to 3 prefixes, right? So this wand has a suffix, right? So that means if I augment the magic item with a new random modifier, I will get a prefix. And I did. I got 25% increased spell damage. Pretty darn good, actually. And then I have another one. So I cannot add a Orb of Augmentation to this existing magic item, because it already has one prefix and one suffix. Again, you can only add an additional to one that doesn't have it. I also can't add an Orb of Augmentation to a rare item because it's rare, not magic. So I'm going to use this Orb of Augmentation on my Twig Circlet, and it gives me a little more energy shield. That's great. Awesome. All right. Anything else that I should point out? Some items drop with quality on them. They are superior. You can see that they are superior. I recommend to you that for the time being, that you do not sell them, that you put them in your dump tab. And there's a reason for that. And the reason for that will become apparent as we progress through the game. But I'll drop you a little hint. The hint is that eventually you're going to get the ability to break down superior items, much like you can disenchant a magic item. You can essentially break down superior items into whittling stones that will give your items additional quality. So it looks like my pack's getting a little bit full, so I'm going to use this as the opportunity to go back to Clearfell. And first thing I do, check that well. Go to Luna.
Sorry, Finn makes fun of my collection.
Oh,
but
wow.
I think it's charming.
This is actually an upgrade, so my medium to my... I'm going to upgrade. And this is an upgrade. Why is it an upgrade? Because it recovers more life over 5 seconds, right? So this one did 50 life over 3 seconds. This is 90 over 5 seconds. Again, I'm not going to sell this now because it's a beautiful superior. So I'm going to break it down later when I get the smithing bench. But I'm going to disenchant. I don't use bows. I've already got a pretty good robe, so get rid of that one. Don't use spears. Nope. Nope. All right. Oh yeah, you can also disenchant magic flasks. We'll disenchant that too.
I've collected these over time. I will treasure it.
All right. One of the things that I like to do when I'm in town, and anytime you're in town, I recommend that you do this once you start getting a little bit more gold, is I recommend that you go to Renly and you look for boots. Boots? The heck are you talking about? Why do I need boots? I've got boots. I've got great boots, right? One of the things that you want to look for that's very, very valuable, especially at the early stages of the game, is movement speed. Right? So if Renly has a pair of movement speed boots for sale, buy them. 10%, 15%, 20%, whatever he's got, buy them. It makes a world of difference as you are exploring, as you're trying to dodge, as you're bobbing and weaving throughout the monsters. You know, that extra 10% absolutely makes a difference in your ability to stay alive. But he's not selling any today, so we gotta wait until next level. Oh, I got another sport gem. I totally forgot about that. So let's look at... I think I'm going to put prolonged duration on my unearthed skill, right? So 30% more skill effect. That means that my minions that are unearthed will stick around 30% longer. Good thing. Make sure I get that well. Back to the Grelwood. All right. Continuing along. Let's go this way.
Infection! Pathetic cur!
another checkpoint. And this goes to the Red Vale. Now, remember what I said earlier? Let's go to the Red Vale. And right inside the Red Vale, see the waypoint.
Blood.
Grab the waypoint.
And rust.
Go back to the Grelwood.
Death in abundance.
Now, if this area gets reset by the timer, a 15-minute timer, say you're in another area and you have to come back for whatever reason, or you go downstairs and you have to log off, you can go directly to your next area if it's available. But we still haven't found search the region for more runestones. You never know what's in these things. Sometimes it's nothing, but whatever. Takes about a half a second to do that extra click. I think it's another one of those. Looks like a Verisium piece of bark there.
Death and decay.
Right.
No.
All right. Let's talk about pack management real quick, right? So, as you can see, it says that I am full. And I would tend to agree on this one. But not always. So, you know, what I like to do every once in a while is come back and go inside the pack and restructure things just to make sure that I really don't have enough room for something else. If I don't, then I don't. If I do, then I will, you know, free up space here and make room for if it needs to be made room for. So, but I'm out of space, so I'm going to go back to town and sell some stuff.
Yes, these are just some odds and ends of mine.
Sell all my white.
This one.
And then disenchant my blue. All done. Back to Grelwood we go. Takes 30 seconds.
I will feast on your soul.
All right, perimeter's done. Let's move to the middle. Oh, here we go.
Well, well. Who is this that adorns the Tree of Souls?
Let's see what Una has to say.
What happened here?
This shade, is it still alive? Perhaps it can give us the answers we seek. Only the Count's sword has the power to bind souls to the tree like this. We must free it somehow. To release that being from the Tree of Souls, we'll need more than simply cutting his rope. The ancient runes that imbue the Count's blade created the binding, and only ancient runes can break it. There is a battlefield not far from here that runs red with rust, where the weapons and armor of countless Ezamites still remain.
You see down there,
Red Vale.
got some enemies popping in, so you got to be careful even when you're talking to somebody.
There may still be power in some of those centuries-old relics. Renly will know how to forge them, bring the runes to him, and then, perhaps, we shall find some answers. I'll wait here. The old magics will protect me.
A little more lore here if you want to look at the Count sentencing, or you can... So let's continue. We already know where the Red Vale is. If you remember, we went and we got that waypoint earlier. So if we wanted to, we could continue and move along to the Red Vale. But again, I'm a completionist. So no, I'm not going to do that. All right. This is a good strategic pause. Let's go into our passive tree, and next one up gives me, oh wow, that's great. Look at that. 16% additional. Very nice. All right. More damage.
I will put you down.
See some Veresium on the ground over there, and we'll go over there in just a minute.
Mushrooms everywhere.
Ah. New area. And what do we do if there's a new area? We go in and we check it out, and at the very least, we get the waypoint.
The roots here have a mind of their own. I'll need to convince them to part for me.
Oh, but we got the waypoint, so we can come back anytime we want. Back to the Grelwood. Let's check out this area first. Yeah, be careful. See that? See what just happened there? Get too close to these mushrooms, and they explode into what appears to be a poison ground. That's definitely no bueno. Ah. Right. So I think in order to enable it, you have to clear the monsters around it. Okay. All right. Yep. That makes sense. Clear the monsters around it. And then what we'll do is we will open the book and we'll see what we can get on this. Ooh, lightning rune. Okay. So, okay. Lesser storm rune. Okay. Now we're here. There we go. Okay. We have a lesser storm rune, a lesser resolve rune, some Arcanist Etchers, which improves the quality of a wand, staff, or scepter. Well, let's do our Arcanist Etcher. I think that is probably one of the good, one of the better options, right? Because it improves the quality of your stuff. And right now, I don't have any place to put a rune. Now, let me pause there because you're like, what are you talking about? What do you mean put a rune? So in your equipment, right, you have the ability to place a rune socket into your items. And you do that, I can't remember what it's called. It's a piece of currency that puts a rune socket into your equipment. Some items will drop with rune sockets as well, right? And you can take a rune and you can place it in that socket to give the equipment the extra attributes that you can see here. So if you put a lesser storm rune into a wand or a staff, you will gain 6% of your total damage as extra lightning damage, right? Pretty good, right? But since none of my equipment has a rune slot right now, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get the Arcanist Etcher, which improves the quality of a wand, staff, or scepter, right? So it's going to take this quality from 0% up to, whatever, 5% or 2% or 3%, right? All right. So that's what I'm going to do here. First while I'm in here, I'm going to rearrange my bag a little bit. There we go. All right. We're going to go for Arcanist Etcher. And here we go.
Filthy mutt! Image!
That was pretty easy. All right. I got an Orb of Augmentation, Arcanist Etcher, and this Lesser Worm. Ooh, wow. Well, this is new. Adds 15 to maximum runic ward. Well, that's pretty cool. Okay. I don't know how runic ward works yet, so I'm just going to kind of save that. So let's talk about our Etcher, right? So you see this Etcher. So what you're going to do, much like if you were going to apply an orb to an item, right? All you're doing is you are right-clicking on this, and you're going to add it to the quality, or I'm sorry, you're going to apply it to your staff or your wand or whatever piece of equipment that it is applicable to. Again, hold down that shift key, because otherwise you're going to have to do one click, and it'll only do one. It'll only use up one rune. But by etcher, by holding down the shift key, you can use multiple etchers or multiple things in a stack. So you can see I went from 8 to 13% for that one, and then this will bring me up to another 18%, which is pretty good. And it actually brings up the damage just a little bit more. All right. Continuing on, I think we have almost cleared this entire area. Oh, look at that. One last chest with a whole bunch of stuff in it. And of course, I don't have room. Okay. All right. But, so here's what I'm going to do, because check this out. See this? I want that belt right there. Because I don't have anything on my belt. So I'm going to drop this. All right. I'm going to pick up this belt. I'm going to identify the belt. Not bad. All right. So it gives me 23% increased mana recovery, and then 13 to maximum mana because it's magic. And then see that other thing has one charm slot. So you notice that opened up here. And it opened up down here. What is a charm slot? A charm is basically, it gives you extra protections against certain types of damage. So you can have a charm that gives you extra defenses against fire, against lightning, against cold. There are charms that prevent you from getting frozen. There are charms that prevent you from being ignited, or that will prevent you from bleeding. So lots of different charms, lots of different uses. A belt can have up to 3 charm slots. And throughout the campaign, you will find there's a portion in the campaign when we get to it later that will give you a free belt charm slot. So as you're out there looking for something, as you're out there looking for your new belt, right? Really, the maximum that you need is 2 charm slots, right? Because later on you'll get 1 free. All right. So let's pick up that rune ward. We're going to go back to town real quick. I'm going to sell my stuff with
these are just some odds and
Luna.
ends of mine. Oh, I like this one.
It's a superior. I'm going to keep that. Hey, you know what I just noticed? This is a pretty good pair of energy shield boots. I'm going to buy this
I
back.
hope it helps.
I'm going to buy it back, and I'm going to have to get a new orb in order to put magic on it, but I think I'll hang on to it for the time being. Let's see. Let's see how good it is. Well, it's not better than the one I have now, right? Right now I have +1 level to all minion skills, and this one doesn't have it. This one has cold damage. This one has fire damage, so that's kind of a wash. I mean, I could take a chance and see if it gets minion skills, but really, even if it did get minion skills, wouldn't matter. So I'm just gonna disenchant it. I'm gonna actually check this one first. All right, so this one has increased spirit and maximum life and maximum mana. Again, that minion skills pretty much trumps everything right now, especially at this early of a level. So I think I'm gonna pass on that one as well. All right, so I'm gonna sell this.
Oh, I like this one.
Buckler, and then I'm gonna go and I'm going to disenchant 4 items.
Stay safe.
Drop everything off in my stash. Oh, good. I have now an Orb of Transmutation. So let's see what I can do on those boots. Well, whatever. More energy shield, right? Let's use this Orb of Augmentation. Let's hope that we get movement speed. No. Well, we got more energy shield. Not bad. Okay, I'll take it. All right, we're going to drop in my dump tab. We're going to drop the superior armor. And we're going to drop this rune off. We're going to drop this skill gem off. We're going to keep the scrolls of wisdom. Now you're wondering, where'd that rune ward go, right? It didn't go into my currency tab. Nope. It automatically went into the right place in my socketables tab. And how did I get that? You right click and you select the augment affinity for this particular tab. For gems, the affinity is gem. For currency, the affinity is currency. So that means that any time I move currency over from my backpack over into my stash, it'll go into the right. Tab immediately. All right. One last thing. I need to disenchant that.
Bye.
And back to the Grelwood we go. I think we're just about done with the Grelwood. Pick up these last two things. Let's check my map. Make sure that I did get everything. We are going down to the Red Vale. But first, we have to find a checkpoint. There it is. Let's go down to the checkpoint, and we're going to go down to this checkpoint. Hey, and that is where we're at. We are just about ready to traverse into the next area. So I am going to stop it right there. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. I hope that you learned some stuff. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you were to hit subscribe, follow my videos, leave any constructive comments or criticisms in the comments below. Would mean a lot to me. Mean that somebody's watching. Hey, have a great day. Stay safe. Stay sane. I am the Casual Exile.